Hi, my name is Tito, and here are some of the trends and stories that were big in Nigeria on social media from Saturday, May 18th to Friday, May 24th. Billionaire pays off over $40 million in student loans of 2019 graduating class. The richest black man in America, Robert F. Smith, shocked a group of students and probably the whole of the United States by promising to pay off all the student loans of the 2019 graduating class at Morehouse College, Atlanta, Georgia. The liberating gesture took place on Sunday, May 19th, as Smith gave his commencement speech at the graduation ceremony where 396 students of the all-male, historically black college were graduating. The graduating students were jubilant and overjoyed and stunned beyond words to have been suddenly relieved of tens of thousands and in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans that they would have spent many years of their lives trying to pay off. One graduating student said in an interview, "I was shocked. We all cried. In that moment, it was like a burden had been taken off." News of Smith's act of kindness quickly spread over the internet, and the exact amount of student loans to be covered by him as at Monday was still being calculated, but it's estimated to be in the neighborhood of $40 million. 56-year-old Robert Smith made his $5 billion fortune from his private equity firm Vista Equity and is no stranger to philanthropy and charitable causes. Congrats to the 2019 graduating set of Morehouse College on getting a clean slate with their finances as they begin their careers. Naira Marley in police custody until May 30th bail hearing. Embattled singer Naira Marley was arraigned in court on Monday morning on 11 counts bordering on credit card fraud. The arraignment, which was scheduled to begin at 9 a.m., was delayed due to the late arrival of Marley and bad weather. His lead defense counsel, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Iyabo Ojo, was absent as well. The singer pleaded not guilty to the cyber fraud charges leveled against him. After hearing both sides of the case, the judge adjourned till Thursday, May 30th to take bail application filed by the defense counsel. The singer will be held in police custody until then. If you recall, singers Zlatan, Naira Marley and 3 other men were detained by the EFCC following a raid, but all except Naira Marley were released because of overwhelming evidence they had against him. On Thursday, Zlatan sent words of support and encouragement to Marley on social media. On Wednesday, in a Q&A with fans on her Instagram stories, singer Simi was asked if she was happy that Naira Marley had been arrested, to which she said no, she wasn't. Naira Marley in recent months has been very critical of Simi and her stance against internet fraud, and many believe him being vocal about it is what put him on the EFCC's radar in the first place. Ikorodu Bois call out Davido over unfulfilled 1 million naira promise. The group of kids known for mimicking viral videos on Instagram and who go by the name Ikorodu Bois were in the news lately for calling out music superstar Davido for not giving them the money he promised. Back in January, after doing a video where they mimicked controversial politician Dino Melaye, Davido commented that he'd send them 1 million naira to appreciate them and their creativity. That was in January. Fast forward 4 months to May, when while answering questions from fans, someone asked the Ikorodu Bois on Instagram how they invested the 1 million that Davido gave them, and their reply simply was, "He hasn't given us." Apparently, being outed didn't go down well with Davido as he subsequently unfollowed the Ikorodu Bois. Incidentally, this isn't the first time that Davido was called out for not redeeming a promise. 2 years ago, in May 2017, a student who was trying to raise funds from the public through social media for his education got a pledge from Davido, but after the star didn't make good on his promise, he was called out and castigated by the student. The star does make good on his promises to give money sometimes, as he did in the case of his fan Shoki Shita, who he gave 1 million naira to after a bad incident he had with some Wizkid fans. What do you guys think about the Ikorodu Bois calling out Davido? What would you have done if you were promised 1 million naira publicly by a superstar, but yet 4 months later you were yet to receive it? Let us know in the comments. Kemi Olunloyo and Iyabo Ojo trade insults and curses on Instagram. Controversial journalist Kemi Olunloyo and Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo got people talking this week as they traded insults and accusations on social media. We believe it started with Iyabo Ojo saying in a post that Olunloyo had been manipulating and emotionally blackmailing people using her name to gain sympathy and have them donate money to her. Olunloyo said she lost donations to her GoFundMe account because the actress had been telling people that she was faking her PTSD. Kemi Olunloyo also said that Iyabo Ojo had also tried to bribe her with a house, a car, and an expensive phone to say in a post that she had forgiven her for being involved in having her jailed a few years ago. She then warned the actress not to set foot in Ibadan for her own safety, to which Iyabo Ojo replied that a billion Kemi Olunloyos can't stop her from coming to Ibadan. The insults and accusations continued back and forth, and Olunloyo released a video on social media where she hurled insults and curses on Iyabo Ojo and also made some very brazen statements about her enemies in the past. Ultimately, it seems this is making the news because Kemi's cash flow through donations was being affected. We'll stay tuned, but we hope both women can settle their differences and live in peace because violence is never the answer. British Prime Minister Theresa May resigns over Brexit. On Friday, May 24th, Theresa May announced she'd be stepping down as British Prime Minister, a role she was appointed to by Queen Elizabeth on the 13th of July 2016. Her resignation is tied to her inability to deliver on Brexit. Her primary objective as Prime Minister was to get Brexit through Parliament, a quest that caused many fights and disagreements in Parliament. In one of her more recent attempts, she tried to reach a compromise agreement with the opposition Labour Party, which led to a fierce rebellion in her own Conservative group. In her televised address on Friday, she said she'd step down as the Conservative Party leader on June 7th, but will remain the Prime Minister until her successor is chosen, and that may take a while. However, observers believe there's a clear frontrunner for a successor to Mrs. May in the person of former UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson. Theresa May is Britain's 54th Prime Minister and the second woman to have ever held the position in the country. For details on these stories and many more, please visit www.olorisupergal.com and follow us on social media. Subscribe, like, and share, and follow the hashtag.